A very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome back to your maths class. Fractions. What is fraction? A fraction is used to represent the portion or part of the whole thing or a collection. Types of fractions. First one, like fractions. Fractions having the same denominator is called as like fraction. For example, 2 by 5, 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. Here, the denominators are same. Unlike fractions, fractions having the different denominators are called as unlike fractions. For example, 2 by 5, 3 by 7, 4 by 9. Here, the denominators are different. Third, unit fractions. Fractions having 1 as the numerator are called as unit fractions. For example, 1 by 4, 1 by 8, 1 by 11. Here, all the numerators are 1. Fourth, proper fractions. Fractions having the numerator smaller than the denominator. For example, 2 by 9, 5 by 14 and 4 by 23. Here, all the numerators are smaller than denominators. 5. Improper fractions. Fractions having the numerator greater or equal than denominator. For example, 7 by 5, 11 by 7, 15 by 9. Here all the numerators are greater than denominator. 6. Mixed fractions. Fractions mixed with the whole number and proper fraction. For example, 3 whole 1 by 4, 5 whole 1 by 8, 2 whole 1 by 11. These are mixed numbers of whole number and proper fractions. 7. Equivalent fractions. Fractions having different numerator and denominator but representing the same value are called as equivalent fractions. We can find equivalent fractions either by multiplication or by division. By multiplication, 2 by 5 multiplied by the same number 5 will give us 10 by 25, while by division method 12 by 28 is equal to 12 by 28 divided by 4 by 4 will give us 3 by 7. Fractions of whole numbers. To find a fraction of whole numbers, there are 2 steps to be followed. First one, divide the whole number by the denominator and then multiply the answer by numerator. For example, find 3 by 5 of 40. To find 3 by 5 of 40, we will follow the same steps. First, step number 1. First, we will divide 40 by the denominator, which is 5. So 40 divided by 5 will give us 8. In step number 2, we will multiply the answer by the numerator. So 8 multiplied by numerator, that is 3, is equal to 24. Therefore, 3 by 5 of 40 is equal to 24. Reducing a fraction to the lowest term. For this, again we have 2 methods. First method, by division. Divide both the numerator and denominator by a common factor till no further division is possible. For example, reduce 36 by 52 to the lowest term. So, let's find a common factor. So 2 can be a common factor for both of these numbers because they are even. So 36 by 52 divided by 2 will give us 18 by 26. Again, 18 by 26 divided by a common factor, which is again 2, will give us 9 by 13. Now, 9 by 13 cannot be divided further because there is no common factor between them. So 9 by 13 is the lowest form or the lowest term of 36 by 52. Now, by the method of HCF, first we need to find the HCF of 36 and 52. Then we divide both the numerator and denominator by the HCF. So first let's find out the HCF of 36 and 52. So HCF of 36 and 52 is equal to 4. Now let's divide 36 by 52 by 4 upon 4. And it will give us the answer as 9 by 13, which is same as the above answer. And it's the lowest term of 36 by 52. Both the methods are easy. Whatever is convenient for you, you can follow it. Let's try to understand all the topics by solving some questions from exercise. Exercise number 2, question number 1E. Find the following: 5 by 6 of 42. So solution for this: first we need to divide the whole number by the denominator. So 42 divided by 6 will give us 7. Our next step is to multiply the numerator with the answer. So 7 multiplied by 5 is equal to 35. Therefore, 5 by 6 of 42 is 35. Comparison of fractions is divided into two terms: like fractions and unlike fractions. For like fraction, the fraction which has the greater numerator will be greater. But when we compare the unlike fraction, first we change the fraction in such a way so that the denominators are made same for both the fractions. Then the fraction which has the great numerator will be greater. Like fractions. Let's see an example of comparison of like fractions. Example, compare 5 by 8 and 7 by 8. We have written the fractions as it is. As we can see that the denominators are same because it's a like fraction, therefore the fraction which is having the greater numerator will be greater. So here we can see that 7 by 8 is having the greater numerator, which is 7. So we can see that 7 is greater than 5. Therefore, the fraction 7 by 8 is greater than the fraction 5 by 8. For unlike fraction, let's compare these two fractions. Compare 2 by 5 and 3 by 9. First, we need to take out the LCM of the denominators. So the LCM of 5 by 9 is 45. Now, we have to change the unlike fractions in like fractions. This we will do by using the same method which we have studied earlier in our previous class, and now both of the fractions are having same denominators. Therefore, it became easy to identify the larger or the smaller fraction. Here we can compare those two fractions as their numerators are different. 18 is greater than 15, so 18 upon 45 is greater than 15 upon 45. Therefore, 2 by 5 is greater than 3 by 9. We can compare unlike fractions by one more method, which is cross multiplication method. Let's see an example. Let's compare the same fraction. So here we will start cross multiplying the two fractions. Now when we cross multiply the fractions, we do it by multiplying the numerator of the first fraction with the denominator of the second fraction, and the denominator of first fraction with the numerator of second fraction. So by cross multiplying these fractions, we got 15 by 18. As we can see that 18 is larger, and 18 came by multiplying the numerator of first fraction and denominator of second fraction, which means that 2 by 5 is greater fraction than 3 by 9. Now addition of fraction. So addition of fraction is again divided in two terms, like fraction and unlike fraction. For like fractions, we simply add numerators because the denominators are same. But for unlike fractions, we change the fraction in such a way so that the denominators are made same for both the fractions, and then we add the numerators. Let's see an example. We have to add 3 by 7 and 4 by 7. As we can see it clearly that the denominators are same, which means that we just have to add the numerator. By adding numerator, we'll get 8, and 7 is common for both the fractions, so we'll write 7 as it is. 8 by 7 is an improper fraction. Therefore, we can change it into mixed fraction also. Addition of unlike fractions. Here we are having fractions 3 by 7 and 4 by 9. First, we need to take out the LCM of 7 and 9. So LCM of 7 and 9 is equal to 63. Now let's change the fractions into like fraction by using the previous method. Here we have changed the fractions into like fraction, and we got 27 by 63 and 28 by 63. Now we can see that the denominators are same, therefore we just need to add the numerator. So by adding the numerator, we got 55, and for denominator we will write 63 as it is because it is common for both the fractions, and thus we got our answer as 55 by 63. Now subtraction of fractions. It will be done in the same manner as we did the addition. Just the difference is that here we will subtract. So let's see an example. We have to subtract 5 by 9 minus 2 by 9. As we can see that the denominators are same, so we just need to subtract the numerators. 5 minus 2 will give us 3, and for the denominator it will be 9 as it is because it's common for both the fractions. So we got 3 by 9 as our answer, which we can reduce it to the lowest term, and thus we'll get 1 by 3. Now let's try to subtract an unlike fraction. So here we are having our fraction. The question is 9 by 11 minus 7 by 9. So let's take the LCM. LCM of 9 and 11 is 99. Let's change them into like fractions. So here we got like fractions as 81 by 99 and 77 by 99. Now let's subtract the numerator. So 81 minus 77 will give us 4, and for the denominator we'll write 99 as it is. So we got 4 by 99 as our answer. The reciprocal of a given fraction means another fraction obtained by interchanging the denominator and the numerator of the given fraction. For example, 3 by 5, 7 by 11 and 30 upon 50. Here we change their position of numerator and denominator with each other, which means that 3 upon 5 can be written as 5 upon 3. 7 upon 11 can be written as 11 upon 7, and 30 upon 50 can be written as 50 upon 30. So these are all the reciprocals of the fractions. Now dividing a fraction with a whole number. Let's see an example. Divide 8 by 2 upon 5. Exercise 6, question number 1. C. Multiply the following. The fractions are 4 upon 7 and 3 upon 8. We simply need to multiply the numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. So after multiplying 4 with 3, we got 12, and 7 with 8, we got 56. Thus the fraction which we got was 12 upon 56. Now our next step is to reduce it to the lowest term. After reducing this fraction to the lowest term, we got 3 upon 14, which is our answer. Exercise 6, question number 1. F. Multiply the following. The fractions are 4 whole 5 upon 7 and 2 whole 6 upon 11. So first step is to change these fractions into improper fraction. We can write 4 whole 5 upon 7 as 33 upon 7 and 2 whole 6 upon 11 as 28 upon 11. Now we need to multiply the numerator with numerator and denominator with the denominator. So we got 924 upon 77, which after reducing to the lowest term, we got 12 upon 1. We can make this easier by doing the same question like this. Here, while we are multiplying two fractions together, we can reduce the numerator of first fraction with the denominator of second fraction and denominator of first fraction with the numerator of second fraction. This applies only for multiplication between two fractions. So after reducing the fractions at this step, we got 12 by 1, which we can also write as 12. Exercise 6, question number 2. B. Find the reciprocal of the following. 1 whole 3 by 8. The first step is to change this fraction into improper fraction. So, by changing this fraction into improper fraction, we got 11 by 8. 1 whole 3 by 8 can be written as 11 by 8. Now, the reciprocal of 11 by 8 is equal to 8 by 11. Exercise 6, question number 2, E. Find the reciprocal of the following. The number is 6. We can convert 6 into a fraction and we can write 6 as 6 upon 1. So, the reciprocal of 6 upon 1 will be 1 upon 6. And here 1 upon 6 is our answer. Exercise number 6, question number 3, E. Multiply the following. 27 upon 32 divided by 45 upon 56. Here we have to divide by the fraction 45 upon 56. So first step is to find out the reciprocal of 45 by 56, which is equal to 56 by 45. Now we need to multiply the reciprocal with the first fraction. So we'll write 27 upon 32 multiplied by 56 upon 45. Now either we can multiply the numerators with the numerator and denominators with the denominator, and then we can reduce it to the lowest term, or to make it easier we can reduce it at this step also. So here I have divided 27 and 45 by the table of 9. So 27 divided by 9 gave us 3 and 45 divided by 9 gave us 5. Now to divide 32 and 56, I divided them by the table of 8. So 32 divided by 8 gave us 4 and 56 divided by 8 gave us 7. Now 3 and 7 are left as the numerators and 4 and 5 are left as the denominators. So multiplying 3 and 7 together gave us 21 and multiplying 4 and 5 together gave us 20. So the fraction which we got is 21 by 20. 21 by 20 will be our answer. But if we want, we can convert this fraction into mixed form also. After converting them into mixed form, we can write this as 1 whole 1 by 20. Exercise number 6, question number 3, F. Multiply the following. 2 upon 25 divided by 6 upon 35. Again, we have to divide by 6 upon 35, so we'll take out the reciprocal of 6 upon 35, which will be equal to 35 upon 6. Now we'll multiply the first fraction with the reciprocal. So 2 upon 25 multiplied by 35 upon 6. Let's try to reduce the terms. So here I have reduced 2 and 6 by the table of 2. So 2 divided by 2 gave us 1 and 6 divided by 2 gave us 3. Again, we had 25 and 35 left, which I have reduced by the table of 5. So 25 divided by 5 gave us 5 and 35 divided by 5 gave us 7. Now 1 and 7 are left as the numerators and 3 and 5 are left as the denominators, which after multiplying together we got 7 upon 15, which is our answer. Thank you. Study well